Okay, great issue spotted. Hearsay within hearsay. Wonderful. But you see what's happening here? Just like I said, you guys, the writer's going to run out of time. This could have been a major issue. Yeah, it's missing the analysis. I'm sorry. Just completed the essay grading session. It was wonderful for the most part. The beginning was bumpy though, so I do apologize. And thank you everyone for your comments, for participating. There were some comments there that I couldn't get to, but I want to say thank you for that. Don't think that I did it intentionally. It was just right at the beginning. It was just a little hectic, but the feedback was great, and thank you everyone who submitted their essays. That was wonderful. I am thinking about having another session soon, so just be on the lookout for that. Watch the session for now, okay? Here's the replay. Okay, so welcome everybody. Let's get down to this. I will try to get to as many essays as possible. So some things that I will be looking at, I will be looking at the element of the rule. I will focus on your rule statement. Okay, and I'm also going to focus on your counter arguments. When I see the word however, to me, it's very important. Okay, so here we go. By the way, thank you so much, Miss Lopez, for volunteering. Okay, so crimes, February 2022. Let's go ahead and look at crimes. Okay, you guys can see that, right? Let me see if I could go back to the chat box. And I'm going to scroll down here. Okay. Now, okay, great. If you guys, if you guys send me a message, I'll be able to read it. And by the way, Nazira, thank you so much for your message. Okay, so February 2022. Here we go. What crimes? Robbery. Okay, great. Great. Okay. Not very nice heading. Rule statement is great. Okay, here the crime committed. Okay, way of force. Look at this. E plus B plus F, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. E plus B plus F, force of fear. And that's one of the elements here. Look at that. Force of fear. And I love this. Look, because E plus B plus F. And then they go into the facts. Okay, great. Great use of the facts. Thus, look at that. Okay, look. I mean, they just discussed one element. I probably would have discussed maybe two. Right. So, okay, co-conspiracy. Let's go ahead and talk about co-conspiracy. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay. Looking at this essay, I can already tell that you have a good grasp of the law. Wonderful. Okay, intent to enter into an agreement. Okay, nice heading. Nice heading here. Intent to commit the crime because they plan to arm themselves. Okay, so intent to commit a crime. Okay, so your focus is on intent. Okay. Commit the crime because why? Because they plan to arm themselves. Okay, wonderful. Intention is met. Substantial step. Okay, wonderful. Notice the headings here. They're wonderful the way they are used. Because this could be a key issue here. Okay, let's look at the analysis here. F and J actually committed the crime. Thus, okay, so you see how the discussion of substantial step is not there. A better discussion would have been here. There is substantial step towards the crime because, right, and then you go into the facts. But instead, we have here the conclusion. Thus, right. So that kind of puts a halt to the discussion. What does it say? Thus, they took a substantial step. Okay, intent. Okay, intent. I thought intent was committed here earlier. Okay, it was discussed earlier. So, do you see how it seems repetitious here, as explained above? Okay, so it started off great here at the beginning. It started off great, but something's happening here. Merger. Okay, great issue spotting. Okay, incoherent crime. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into the rule statement. Okay. Okay, it merged. Okay, because wonderful. You see that, you guys? It merged element, and then sometimes the element can be the issue. That happens a lot. It happens a lot in professional responsibility. Happens less so in, for example, constitutional law. Okay, Tend to commit to 6 substantial steps. Okay, wonderful, wonderful issues. Okay, common law murder. Okay, great. So another thing they're testing you on is organization. They don't tell you that, but for example, common law murder. I mean, when you have someone that gets killed, right? It's a whole setup. So I'm gonna just skip the rule and let's look at the analysis. By the way, I love the structure of the rule statement. Here, Jay killed. Okay, malice aforethought. Okay. Now, okay, great. So depends on your setup. That could be a good discussion, or you could just kind of sometimes focus on the four issues here. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, so here, I think you should have focused more instead of malice aforethought, because malice, right, can be shown by, and then you have your issues here, which is fantastic. But here you're focused on malice instead. Malice aforethought. I think you should have focused on the intent to kill, maybe, or one of these other three other candidate issues there. Okay, so I'm not. I think these are points that are lost there with that statement. Okay, reckless indifference. You guys, reckless indifference. Okay, so when I see that, you see what I call that lumping the issues. You're lumping the issues. Reckless, and why? Because you're supposed to talk about common law murder. You're supposed to talk about intent to kill, maybe felony murder. But instead, you're not discussing reckless indifference. Okay, and that should be later in your discussion. Okay, first degree murder. Okay, so premeditation, deliberate. Love the rule statements. Love the issue spotting. Okay, nice. Look at this premeditation, deliberation. Because see, that's a great analysis there. Why? What are the facts? What facts are there that made you write that statement? Because J and F premeditated to plan. Okay, the gun committed robbery. J nervously dropped. Okay, great. Then it says if premeditation cannot be, again, okay, so if that word, I don't like that word, if. Okay. Okay, dangerous felony. You guys, what's wrong with that? Okay, what's wrong with this last sentence? You're overlapping the issues. All right, don't overlap. Discuss, for example, first degree murder. Discuss that first. Come to a conclusion. Thus, it's here or it's not, and then move on to dangerous felony. Okay, but here you're overlapping the issues. You guys see that? Okay, felony murder, there it is. Okay, let's go ahead and read this. And it's under first degree murder. Okay, see, so the organization there is difficult to follow. Okay, felony murder. Okay, here. Okay, so yeah, you're missing the issue. Okay, here we have we have a dangerous felony because we have a robbery, right? But you see, the element is not, you're not focused on the element. Okay, well, and I would say, I couldn't show my screen earlier, but I will show it now. E plus B plus F. Okay, E plus B plus F. Okay, let me go ahead and, okay, let's see now. I have other E plus B plus F. If we don't have that, and then it's not gonna be a pretty picture. Okay, second degree murder. Okay, sometimes second degree murder will include felony murder. Okay, so it just depends on the jurisdiction there. Okay, intent to kill. Okay, this sounds like it's repetitive. Okay, you see that? So the organization here is already, it's kind of, right, the structure is kind of falling apart. Okay. What crimes? Okay, attempted murder. Great issue spotting. Fantastic. Love it. Okay, intent to commit here. Okay, intent to commit. Premeditation. Okay, great. Okay, substantial step. Okay, so substantial steps or right. You should have, I'm not seeing the word substantial step here. Acted deliberately, right? But you're talking about substantial step according to the heading. So you see how it's not concise, you guys. We got to focus on that element. Okay, crime failed in some way. Okay, great issue spotting, but the structure of the analysis is not great. Okay, Fourth Amendment. Okay, the gun. Okay, issue here. Great rule statement, warrant requirement. Okay, great, fantastic. Exceptions. So I could tell here, right, you're running out of time. Okay, so let's see how it's analyzed. Here, search warrant without a warrant. Okay, so I think you should have had this discussion here after warrant requirement. Hey, there is no warrant, right? Executed without a warrant. Here, there is no warrant because the facts state, or they don't state that there was a warrant. Okay, and then go into the exceptions. However, okay, so it seems like we have some kind of counter argument there, but you're going to introduce the exceptions there. Stop. Okay, here, be stopped. Must have reasonable suspicion. Okay, so this sounds like a narrative here. Okay, B may not have, oh, there it is. Look at this. This is wonderful. This is what you need here. This is great. B may not have had the reasonable suspicion. Look at this. This is what's gonna make a passing essay. Okay, the use of the element. Look at this. Reasonable suspicion. He did not have it. Why? Because look at that. Wonderful. You see that? Okay, he did not have knowledge. That is absolutely wonderful. If you write more like that, your next essays they're gonna you can duplicate this performance. You just got to know what to look for, how to write it, right? What components? Again, E plus B plus F. Now, right? You also want to mention some kind of counter argument. So far, I haven't seen the counter argument. Why is the counter argument important? Because it's going to get you to the 65 and above. If all you write is like this, reasonable suspicion, that's nice and everything, but you want to excel. Okay. So let's keep going. Probable cause, great issue spotting. I love it. I love the issue spotting here. Okay. Terry search. Okay. Now, was there a discussion on probable cause? Okay, I don't see here statements. Okay, Terry search. Okay, let me focus in the interest of time and see if there is a key a counter argument. If I see the word however, I'm going to stop. Okay. Plain field doctrine. Okay, so it's going excessively into the Terry stop discussion. Bulge. Fruit of the poisonous tree. Great issue spotting. Yeah. Okay. Here's the word however. Now let me focus on this because I think there's a conclusion, a counter argument here. Fruit of the poisonous tree. Great rule statement there. Okay, here there's debatable. See, it is debatable. Don't make it debatable. All right, it's if, there's that if statements. Be more assertive. Here there was no reasonable, or here there was reasonable. Okay. However, okay, then we have so here, this already here to make a counter argument out of this, I don't think it's going to be very strong. You're going to be very assertive. Here there is reasonable suspicion. However, the other party may say there is no reasonable suspicion because, right? So great start, great format. You know the rules. You're great, wonderful, yeah, great issue spotting, but the structure is not there. That element, that assertiveness element plus because plus facts. I would probably give this, there's no counter argument either. At the most, I would probably give this a 55. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see now. So crimes, evidence. Okay, let's do the evidence from February 2022. Okay, so this one was a long one, right? Okay, let's get to this. You guys, we could do this. Okay. let's see now. Okay, so we are in California. All right. Okay, Prop 8, great. I love it. Evidence. Okay, by the way, 7 pages. We could do this. Okay. Relevance. Okay, so you're gonna go into, right, for every question, right, 1. Let's see what question. Okay, goes into sub. Okay, great. Okay, so the writer here, they're gonna do the logical and relevance discussion, which is great. Okay, now when I see this at the outset, I'm gonna think, okay, great, they know what they're doing. But I will consider this a minor issue, if anything, especially the hypothetical, right? The question itself was like 2 pages, right? So this is already too long. You have 2 sentences, just something quick. Okay, logically relevant. I got it. Okay. Nice rule statement. Okay, this is a minor issue here. Okay, I would just say, honestly, I would just say, all right, there is no risk on unfair prejudice because the rules don't imply that it is. And the reason why I say it is because you insert the word however there. It's like you want to make a counter argument, but reading the fact pattern, it didn't seem that this issue here, legal relevance, was a major issue. So I could already tell you spent too much time here. What's going to happen? I have a feeling that you are going to run out of time. Okay. For these little minor issues, especially evidence, just fly through them, 1 sentence. Let's see now. B's testimony is relevant. Okay. Layperson's testimony. Okay. Great discussion here. Okay. Great issue spotting. Okay. Not an expert. Okay. Hearsay. All right. Let's get into hearsay. And I think that's what they were focused on, right? Most of the time for evidence questions, they're going to focus on hearsay. So the presentation there, this is too long already, especially for this question, for this bar exam. Okay, for February 2022. Hearsay, got it. Nice rule statements. Here, okay, B testified. Okay, is it hearsay or not? Okay, it is hearsay. Okay, again, they're focused on the exceptions. You have a counter argument here. Okay, so I would focus. I think here what's happening is that for this particular writer is that they're having a hard time trying to figure out where the major issue is. Look at this, another however. All right, use that word very carefully, however, because that's how you get points. But if you use however all the time, it's gonna eat up your time. All right, and you probably won't even get to like the actual like major issue. Okay, non-hearsay, great. This is what they want to see. Okay, if a hearsay statement is being offered for a purpose, okay, great issue spotting here. Okay, that's it. Look at this. Would be the listener. Okay, great. Thus, okay, fantastic. Just a quick discussion. Knowledge of material fact. Okay, so they're going to the hearsay exceptions. Here's the exceptions. Admissions by party opponent. Okay, great. It's an admission, E plus D plus F, because wonderful.
We were given or activated debit card.
Yeah, so we see hints that there is a proper format here underneath. I think if this writer had more time, right? I think yeah, it would have produced better results here, but there is no time here. Statement against interest. Okay. Yeah, and notice how there's a lot of issues here under the first call of the question here. Okay, so let me skip through these. Okay, then we get to B. Now we're on page 4. Okay, so you do want to have time and techniques in place, and I think the writer here did not focus on timing techniques. Okay, Privilege. Client. Okay, got it. Great issue spotting here. Okay, very lengthy. Because existed. Okay, great. Because. Okay, great. Wonderful. You see that analysis? Wonderful analysis. Especially for evidence, especially for this essay. Okay, good. Then you move on. Wonderful. Prop 8. Here, existed. Okay. Okay, great. Should not have been. You're responsive. Wonderful, wonderful. Right less above, focus on this. If you would have had, this would have been more. Okay, there's more to this. There's level 1 here, level 2. Okay, you could have just said a little bit, since it was a major issue, just insert something quick here. The level 1 is satisfied because. Okay. So yeah, timing techniques, timing strategies is missing. I think if this would have been a lengthier discussion on double hearsay, that could have been at least a 65. Yeah, there's someone out there. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay. Client attorney privilege. Okay. What ethical? We get into the PR section. Duty of loyalty. Okay, you see that? Oh, see, my heart is breaking. All right, they did a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie for that first question, but that wasn't the only question. And now we come to the PR section, and look how slim it is. It breaks my heart. Okay. Duty of confidentiality. Okay, great rule statement here. Okay, I think instead of discussing duty of confidentiality, maybe you should discuss one of the elements. Keep all secrets related to their representation confidential. Here, they did not keep all the secrets confidential because instead of duty of confidentiality. You want to use the element instead of the issue when possible. Again, for PR, it's going to be the same issue in the element many times, but when you can use the element, use it. Okay. Duty of confidentiality. Okay, on page 6 here. Attorney-client privilege. Rule statement here. You see, you're getting caught up with the rule statement instead of the analysis. And the analysis is what's important. Permissive withdrawal. Okay. Why was it repugnant? Here it was repugnant because they believe they killed someone, whatever. You see that? Instead, it's just conclusory. However, okay, good word for a counter argument. Okay, but it's missing substance. Okay. Okay, so this I would give, since there's no clear counter argument there, I would give it a 55. Okay, let's do one more, you guys. One more. By the way, if you guys want to do more of these sessions where I grade the essays, let me know, and then I'll be like, okay, great, let's do another one. Okay, partnerships, February 2022. Okay. Oh, by the way, let's see now. Okay. Let's do partnerships. Click to open. Okay, great. Now, everything that I'm saying, you guys, the E plus B plus F, I do have an ebook there. I'll just mention the really quickly, and I will have links there at the bottom. Let's see now. So I have advanced IRIS techniques. I have the link at the bottom, and I have one here that focuses on the structure of the major issues. I call it 5 extra points. Okay, I will have links there. Okay, so let's get into PR, and this will be the last one. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute, there's a new message here. Okay, so someone said more sessions. Okay, so yes. All right, so let's see now. What theory might Arnold be found personally liable for landlord partnership? Okay, great issue spotting there, right? Because that's the default structure, partnership. They created a partnership. Okay, great. Okay, I would prefer the use of the element two or more individuals. There's two or more individuals here because so-and-so agreed to have lunch. Okay, so they were partners, okay, instead of partnership. Incorporation. Okay. Incorporation. Okay, nice rule statement. Okay, took the necessary steps. And it was incorporated. E plus B plus F is somewhat, it's in there. All right, that's valid. Great. I just say E plus B plus F because that's something that you can use automatically. Okay. Pre-incorporation liability. Fantastic issue spotting. Novation. Wonderful. This person knows the rule, the issues and the rules. Here. Okay, so entered into a contract. Okay, but right, mention something that it was right. It was before the corporation was actually formed. Otherwise, it becomes what's that word? Narrative. It turns into a narrative. Incorporate. Okay, so here we have something here that's it looks like it has a lot of substance, right? Okay. Right. Yeah, I just suggest at the outset, you write out the element at the beginning, just so that the grader is clear as far as what you're going to discuss. Piercing the corporate veil, got it, under capitalization. Okay. Got it. Great issue spotting. Under capitalization, that is commonly tested. Undercapitalized. Why? Wonderful. See, that's what you have to do. You do that more consistently. All right, it's gonna get better scores. It's undercapitalized. Why? Because, and then you go into the facts. That's wonderful. Oh, look. Okay, let's look at this closely, you guys. Let's look at this closely because I think this is gonna this is worth looking at because the structure looks very good. And remember what I said. When you see that word, however, stop. Okay, and you want to see if the element, right, it continues. So here it was undercapitalized, and they go into the facts, and then they say, however, durable paint was within 6 months faced, costly manufacturing. Okay, so something about the timing was undercapitalized. Okay, so I would just be more clear. Why was it not capitalized? Okay. Yeah, so you see how I have to go back here and read it again, and the grader's not going to do that. So better format would be, however, that party may say that there was no undercapitalization because, and then you mentioned the time issues there. Okay. Breach of fiduciary duties. Okay, business judgment rule. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, great. What theory? Personally liable, piercing the corporate veil. Okay, wonderful. Reliance. Okay, here we get into the analysis. Here, okay, wonderful. You give facts. However, okay, good. This is wonderful here. Look at that. B was in charge of market research. Yes, great use of the facts. The new product came out. Okay, this here is wonderful. I really like this. Okay, right. You seem to be focused on an element. That's wonderful. Okay, what theory? Again, business judgment rule. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so I think I actually like this essay. I will probably give it at least a 60. If I would read it closer, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that would be on the low end, it would be a 60. Okay, you guys, so that's 1 hour. I do appreciate everyone for turning up. Appreciate it very much. And if you guys want to have another session, let me know and we could do this next week or we could plan something. So the beginning was a little bit, right? Yeah, a little bit, didn't have the sound, but we solved everything. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I am going to look at this, review it, and I might put it up on YouTube. Okay, so I thank everybody for participating and I wish everybody a great afternoon. Oh, wait a minute. Does anyone have any questions? I will stick around for questions. Okay, or comments. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see the little chat box. Can we get the links to the structure? Okay. I'm going to put some links there at the bottom to the book 1440. If you guys get the book 1440, it does come with a 7-day refund policy. Read chapter 3 because it focuses on the analysis and the 5 extra points. The 5 extra points, you guys, comes with the video is only 22 minutes long, but it has the essence of the counter argument, and that does also include the book 1440. So it comes along with it. Okay, let's see now. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think I am going to have another session maybe next week. I don't know. Maybe we could do this once a week. That's what I'm leaning towards. Twice a week, I'm not sure. If I do, it'll probably be like in the evening, just to give people a chance to participate because people have different schedules. Okay, great. Let's see. Do you have a course for the MBEs and PT? I have a PT course, but I had to package it together. And Neo on the Jurex team, he does MBE. So send me a message if you're interested in MBE tutoring. Okay. The links are in the chat box. And when I publish this video on YouTube, I'm going to include the links in the description. All right. Mr. Paul said the whole week have these. Yeah, you know, I don't mind looking at you guys at your essays. I don't mind. You know, I love looking at people's work. Okay, wonderful. So I wish everybody a great afternoon. Oh, wait a minute. Caitlin Lopez didn't see the link. Okay, let's see. Kylene, I'll go ahead and send you a private message with the links. Okay. All right. Peace out, everybody.